and welcome to Times XP. I'm Driti Atri and here are the today's top international stories making headlines around the globe. Let's dive right in. Israel's fatigue crisis deepens amid Gaza offensive. The Israeli military is now battling an internal crisis, not just against Hamas, but within its own ranks. Reports from Israeli media says that IDF is facing growing fatigue as soldiers continue the operations in Gaza. In fact, the new IDF Chief of Staff, Zamir, is reportedly pushing political leaders to provide strategic direction. He is also said to be urging the government to make real progress towards hostage deal with Hamas. With growing exhaustion on the ground and unclear objectives, frustration is mounting within the Israeli ranks. Tensions explode in Syria, Sweden and Israeli raids. Well, Syria is once again caught in the crossfire of escalating violence. In a southern city of Sweden, a fragile truce has collapsed. Armed groups attacked internal security forces, killing one officer and injuring several. In the meantime, Israeli troops stormed the nearby town of Houthis during a surprise overnight raid. As the IDF expands operation and Turkey reportedly steps up support for the Assad regime, fears of a larger conflict are brewing in the already volatile region. Israel's military outpost deep inside Syria's rise alarm. New reports reveal that Israel is quietly expanding itself inside Syrian territory. After a recent raid in the town of Houthis, the IDF is now believed to be operating 9 military posts up to 15 kilometers beyond the border. Israeli officers say that the aim is to interpret the weapons bound for Hezbollah, but critics warn of a creeping occupation. This comes just weeks after Israeli airstrikes in Damascus and French-led talk to ease tensions near Sweden. Canada's wildfire choked the United States with toxic smoke. Thick, poisonous smoke from Canada's raging wildfire is now drifting south into the United States. From New York to Chicago, air quality experts have also issued alarms. Millions are exposed to dangerously unhealthy air. Experts warn that wildfire smoke is filled with fine particulate matter that can enter the lungs and bloodstream, causing heart and respiratory problems. Canada is back on track for its worst fire season in the history and effects are going global. 76 migrants dead in boat tragedy off Yemen's coast. Sadly, a horrifying tragedy at sea. At least 76 migrants are confirmed dead after their overcrowded boat capsized off Yemen's coast. Most of the victims were believed to be from the Horn of Africa, desperately fleeing poverty and conflict in search of work. This is just the latest in the series of deadly migrant disasters in the region. In fact, 8 groups are demanding urgent international actions as the Red Sea routes become increasingly fatal. Massive blast rocks Israeli military base near Egypt border. A very powerful explosion has rocked an Israeli military base near the Egyptian border. Details remain scarce, but early reports suggest that the blast caused significant damage. The cause is still under investigation, but there are speculations which are that it was an accident, a weapons depot failure, or something more. With tensions already running high in the region, this explosion is bound to raise questions and escalate further. Did Russia trigger a volcanic eruption with its earthquake? Well, an ancient volcano in Russia has erupted for the first time in over 600 years, and scientists are asking, could a powerful Russian earthquake have triggered it? Well, the rare eruption caught many off guard, sending ash plumes into the sky and forcing nearby residents to flee. Now, this bizarre change of activity has experts closely watching tectonic shift in the Pacific Ring of Fire, which could have the global implications. That's all from us at TimesXP for today. I'm Driti Atri. We'll continue to keep you updated with the biggest stories from across the globe. Stay informed, stay safe, and don't forget to follow TimesXP.